before I get started, I was hoping to get some volunteers to share a little quick testimonial tonight, especially for any new people that are tuning in. And if I don't get volunteers, I'm not as polite as Jane. I pick people.
No, Ursula will volunteer.
Jane, you used to be polite. Ursula, you want to share a quick testimonial? How do I find her again? Let's find Ursula. If I stare her out.
I can attempt to, but I might have a massive coughing fit halfway through because I've got a really bad cough at the moment.
Ursula. Thank you.
I started Clean Easy on the 12th of last month. I signed up with the lovely Fiona, and it was and still is a very, very low point for us. We are in very deep financial trouble. We currently have a court liability for council tax that's unpaid. We are still paying off a couple of months ago's rent that we couldn't pay the full amount. Just generally no money. My other half, Bianca, had to stop working nights at Tesco's, where I also used to work, because of ill health. So we lost about £11,000 a year with her wage going down, which hit us quite badly, seeing as I haven't gone back into full-time work since having Riley 2 years ago. And things just kind of snowballed from there. He's having his last session at the childminders on Monday. He only does 2 days a week now, where he first started off with 5 days a week, because we just purely can't afford to spend £289 a month, on childcare. I love having him there because he interacts with the other kids fantastically, but unfortunately he's learning to be the youngest Clean Easy distributor in the history of Clean Easy, and currently comes out with me during the day. So anyway, enough of that morbid news. My first 4 weeks with Clean Easy, I started, I think it was a week and a half before the end of the previous period. So I didn't really do any sales that period because, like I say, we were absolutely skint. I gave Fiona my last £25 that we had in the bank. We had no money for shopping. We got sponsored that from Bee's parents. I actually held off on paying the guy that I had babysitting Riley while I was working weekends at the Polo Club so that I could pay for my sign-up for Clean Easy. I'd been looking for 2 years for a work from home, and our family mantra from our family in South Africa is GWIG, which is go with your gut, hence the name of my shop, which is Frenchie's GWIG Bargains. And I literally watched the videos and I went, do you know what, that's what I want to do. I've now gone through a full month, made a check of £214, over £700 sales, missed out on one welcome reward, which I was gutted about, not thinking I didn't put the bloody order in time. But I've just currently received another 100 catalogues, which have gone out, and it's going really well. I'm about to put through an order of close on £200 for the first week of this period, and I'm gunning for entry into the Mexico draw for next year. So fingers crossed. That's my story.
Fantastic, Ursula. Well done, and thank you very much for sharing. And just so you know, Ursula, I had to borrow the £25 to get started. I was pawning my jewellery to survive and pawning stuff, so I can relate to where you are. Sometimes
I borrowed it from a 15-year-old. So
I wish I to borrow it. What Rob Foster says, and Rob Foster's one of Clean Easy's top earners, earning £30,000 every 4 weeks. He had more county court judgments than probable hot dinners, and he always says to get yourself a bit of debt to give you a bit of drive. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I think you get the point. Anybody else would like to share your story before I pick somebody? Well, I'll pick somebody.
Mr. Houston volunteered, I think.
David Houston volunteered, did you say? Thanks, Fran, for volunteering. That's what you get.
Everybody's seen our story.
But not the new people. This has been recorded, remember? It goes online.
I see. We have to be good tonight then. So we decided, rather Heather decided on our behalf in March of this year, signed me up as a birthday present to me. We had looked at multi-level marketing, network marketing, and read the books and done our homework in advance. And Heather was very keen for it to be clean, easy, and approached Lynn. So we've been at this 7 months now. We've built period on period. We've just hit our 21% in this period just gone, which we'll probably mention in a minute. We've got 10 members in our team, plus one of them has also signed up another, so 11 in total, plus ourselves working towards our sales group. Personal retail last period was just shy of 2,700, so as well as doing team building and the and everything else, getting the training up and getting the strength in the foundations, Heather's doing an awful lot of work putting those catalogues out, internet sales, so it's all been very good. Enjoyed it. So our last period check was £1,133.
£1,133. Woo! Well done. So 0 to £1,133 in 7 months, and if you come along on Saturday, they're one of the few people that are going to be sharing how they did it. Fran gets a bit shy saying we've already told you, but people do actually want to know. Thanks for that, Fran and Heather. Just want to say hi to Jasmina, who came on there. I've just seen her somewhere. She's gone again, but she can probably hear. So hi, Jasmina. Jasmina's pretty new as well.
Hi to everyone. I turned off the video.
Hi, I can hear your voice, but I can't see your picture. Let me just scroll up. I don't know how it works for everybody else whose picture you can actually see, probably myself. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the training. And tonight what I'm going to just do very quickly, first of all, is tonight's recognition night. Last Thursday was the end of period 11, so we're going to welcome to the team all the new team members in period 11. So welcome to Laura Mackay, Caroline Ledbetter, Denise Lynn, Jasmina Marovic-Jones, I hope I pronounced that right, Jasmina, Janice Connolly, Michelle Kernishan, I'm getting the names tonight to pronounce, William Tate, I know I pronounced that correctly, Roman Garkavi, thanks everybody for the names tonight, and also well done to Helen Rouse on her first sponsor, and I know that someone in Heather's team sponsored as well, so maybe before the end of the meeting you can let me know who that is, Heather, because that will be their first sponsor. So welcome to my team, everybody. And well done to everybody in the team. Each month these figures are growing, and the recognition at the Millionaires is going to be phenomenal because there's so much recognition. But just for period 11, congratulations Mary Stewart, her first welcome rewards. I love Mary's story because Mary didn't get a sale for 2 weeks and then in her first full period she hit her first bonus level, so she could get a bonus check to post, which is what I'm actually going to be covering tonight. So don't worry if it takes you a few days to break your duck, it will still happen. And Caroline Ledbetter in achieving her first welcome reward, and William Tate has also received his first welcome reward. Roman Garkavi, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, has achieved his first and his second welcome reward in just over 2 weeks. So well done, Roman. Ursula French achieving her first and second welcome rewards. I'm pretty sure, no, that's right, first and second, you've got the third one we were talking about earlier. And Annette Foster for achieving all 3 welcome rewards. Helen Rowson achieving all 3 welcome rewards. And for period 12 already, we've got Jasmina Marovic-Jones, who's achieved in the first order first welcome rewards, and the same with Michelle Kernichin, who's achieved her first welcome rewards in the first week. So well done everybody on the welcome rewards. Congratulations to Mary on achieving her 10%, and Helen Rouse and Ursula French. Absolutely brilliant. Well done, guys. And Annetta Foster and Emma and Paul G all hitting it for the first time. So congratulations. That's the first and most important step, because I like noise. That's the first and the most important step, because if you know how to get to 10%, all you have to do is show other people how to get to 10%, and you'll grow a substantial business. And of course, not forgetting our wonderful 21%ers, Heather and Francis Thorpe, joined at the end of March and earned £150 in the first 2 weeks. And that has grown to over £1,000 in 7 months. Absolutely brilliant, guys. Well done. And now we have time for the training or the recognition. It's absolutely, yeah, Jane, sorry, I didn't forget that. I was just going to show, there's the first bonus check, £398.50, and there's last period's £1,132.84. And thank you, Jane, for reminding me to give them a big clap. Well done, guys.
Yeah.
So tonight, what I'm going to cover is twofold. I know there's a lot of new people. We've all got our groups up and running, and we're all selling products to friends and family and starting to extend onto the buying and selling groups, which you want to get that built up. But tonight, what I'm going to talk about is what we call sponsoring. Sponsoring is the word that we use for team building. I know that some people use recruiting. I personally don't like the word recruitment, because the reason that we call it sponsoring is because we are responsible for looking after you, teaching, training, guiding you, and helping you achieve your goals. So how to grow your team on Facebook. And I'm going to start with people that we know, and we call them the warm market. Now, I've been in Cluneasy for over 24 years. I started in August 1992. And I've got an absolutely phenomenal business that turns over £2 million every 4 weeks. And this is my favourite way to build a business, is through people that you know. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to be close friends and family. By the time you get to 40-year-old, the average person knows 1,000 people. And the great thing about Facebook is we can approach them all really quickly. Facebook is speeding up our business. Now, our business in 1992 went really, really quickly. We turned over £1 million in the first year, and we had 6 people who'd achieved a gold distributor level. That's a turnover of 9,000 and above. However, it was 24/7, and we did work for that. Now people are doing that in a short space of time through Facebook. Why? Because we can get to much, much more people much quicker. Simple as that. We can get the information to them like that. We can speak to them like that. I can speak to you at 10 and I can have you signed up by 10:30. And this is all down to the power of the internet. We can approach people. But if you're brand new, or if you're teaching your brand new people, how do we approach the people that you know? Well, I personally think it's a good idea to personally message them. Now, I know on Facebook some people have thousands of friends when they get started, but more common is 100 or 200 friends. And out of that, you will have friends that you know different degrees. You'll have your family, there'll be people that you know really, really well. There'll be people that are just acquaintances. There'll be friends of friends. So start with your better prospects first, the ones that you know the best. But what I would recommend is you are going to send a personal message to everybody. The bottom line is, if you don't speak to them about the business, at some point in their life, somebody else will. And do you really want to turn up at a training and find that your prospects sitting in Jane White's team or Kate Forbes' team? You don't want that to happen. So what you want to do is personal message everybody. And it can be really, really third party. And I'll show you an example in a minute of what you can say to people you know. Another thing that you can use consistently is your Facebook status updates. And I'm going to cover that further on in the training, so I'll just give you the examples in the different ways that you can do it, and then I'll give you examples of how to do it. And also your Facebook group posts. We're not just building up that Facebook group to sell products, we're building up that Facebook group to build our business. And also lifestyle posts. Now what do I mean by lifestyle posts? On your own Facebook. It may just be a picture of you sitting in a cafe chatting to your friend about the business, or sitting on the beach with your phone, popping onto your Facebook. So what you're wanting to do to start off with is to create your own income story. Now you just seen me doing a lot of recognition there for people who'd achieved 10%. Now as soon as you achieve that 10% level, Clean Easy will email you a check, a certificate of income. And many people I know, like Mary and Annetta, were definitely chasing that check so that they could post it on the buying and selling groups and on other groups. So what we say in the business, facts tell, stories sell. You can tell people about the business and share the opportunity videos, share the training videos, share whatever you like. But they're going to be more interested in what Clean Easy has done for you and what you've earned out of the business. You can tell them about your upline, Heather, Jane, Kate, or Lynn Macdonald, or you can share what you have earned. I will guarantee you they're more interested in what you have earned. So, if you don't have an income check yet, make that your first goal. Now, I know our first goal is that they get our free catalogues, but they come together because if you do 500 bonus points to get your first free catalogues, you're only needing another 150 bonus points in that 4 week to get your first check. So speak to your sponsor if you don't have a check. And as I said, to get a check, you need to achieve a 10% bonus in your first 4 week period. And that is your income story. Facts tell, stories tell. And it's your check to post. So, personal message. There's different ways you can do it. It depends on your personality, and you don't have to copy this word for word. It's just a little guideline. The indirect approach. Hi Jean, how are you? How's the family? How's the job? How's the cats? How's the pup? The reason for my email is I've just started up my own part-time work from home business, and it's going very, very well. In my first week, I earned, or my first month, whatever your story is, I earned £270 around the kids and around my part-time job. I'm actually looking to expand my business, and I was wondering if you would know anyone who'd be interested in making money from Facebook part-time. Please could you watch the 3 short videos and tell me what you think. Now what I send them to is www.makemoneyfromfbinfo.com, which has 3 short videos. One is the Clean Easy opportunity video, the second one is the K-Life products, and the third one, the most important one, is a short opportunity presentation telling them how the business actually works. So, and the most important thing is to follow up. We have a saying in the business, the fortune is in the follow-up. I'll give you a wee bell tomorrow just to see if anybody springs to mind. Now, you may not be brave enough to call. I'll Facebook message you tomorrow. What we are finding is you can do quite a lot on Facebook. But what I would say is you do need to get on the telephone at some point. Don't worry about it. The more we do it, the better we become. So you can use the direct approach. You might just want to say, how are you? Could you do me a wee favour and look at the 3 short videos and tell me what you think? I'm looking for people that want to make money. That might be you. It doesn't really matter what you say. I find it really exciting. Tell me what you think. It's not really important what you say. What you're doing is you're introducing the fact to them that you've got started in a new business part-time. mostly online, although a lot of people are doing catalogues, and I would recommend, if you're not doing catalogues, to do them as well, to double up on your income. But it doesn't matter what you say. You're letting them know you've started the business, you're letting them know it goes well, you're letting them know what you've earned part-time, and that you're looking for people. Not everybody will join straight away. So send a message to everyone you know. You may want to break it up into bite-sized pieces, but please do not prejudge. People lead you to people. I might not be interested, but I might know somebody who is. Or I might not be interested now, but I'm interested later. And I have got a lot of people who have joined later. And always follow up with a telephone call or a message. I was a bit ahead of myself earlier. So, hi Jean, what did you think? Did you manage to take a look at the videos I sent you? What did you think? And you would just let them talk. Now, if they're new and they show an interest, you want to contact your sponsor, that's the person who introduced you to the business, right away and seek their help. We teach you as we go along in the business, but there are telephone scripts available, but we basically say let the information do the talking. And if they're showing an interest after watching the videos, there's a pretty good chance that they're going to get started. But for the follow-up scripts, you see them in section sponsor follow-up. And as I say, make sure you let your sponsor know so they can help you through the stages. And keep good records. Select a set amount of people that you want to contact on a daily basis. Now, it's just not contacting them, it's also the follow-up, and you need to put this into your planner. I would recommend a minimum of 5 to 10 a day. 10 leads a day is going to give you a substantial business, especially if you follow them up. So take a note of who you sent the information to and what action needs to be taken. Sorry, send the videos, follow-up call, not interested, you can always contact them in a month. But to be fair, that's probably part of an old training because we've got them in our online selling groups, and this is the whole point. We're speaking to people about the business. They may not be interested now, but they may be interested later, and this is why it's important to post your own check and other checks that you get permission to post in your buying and selling group on a regular basis and promote the income opportunity on a regular basis. Status updates and group posts. What to say? Well, we all know, based on just what I was saying earlier, the checks are working fantastic. I'm just curious. I don't suppose you know anybody who'd be interested in making money from Facebook part-time. Here's a part-time check of £405.97. Would you be interested in that? I'm just curious if anyone would like to earn some extra cash just by advertising some of the products in this group. You might want to make up a wee collage, a photographs for going on to the external groups, which I'm going to be talking about in a minute. I'm just curious to know anybody who'd be interested in making money from Facebook. I'm just curious, do you know anybody who'd be interested in making this from home? Post your check. But consistency and regularity with anything is the key. With your warm market, you want to approach them. I have people joining from a warm market now, and I'm 24 years in the business. And I'll guarantee you the next people that join front level to me will probably be 80% chance to be from my warm market, and I'm 24 years in the business. Your warm market is growing all the time. Status updates and group posts, you can reach a lot of people with just one message. It's another reason why the internet is expanding our businesses and growing our businesses really, really quickly. Keep it really simple. You don't have to write War and Peace and post your check. You know, I don't suppose you know anybody who'd like to make money through Facebook. Ask your friends to share your post on the timeline, and I know people have been doing this really, really successful. I believe that Heather and Fran, if I'm correct, brought in Rex this way, and I know that Jane had some people who guided her to Spanish prospects just by asking other people either to share or to, if they know anybody, keep it interactive. Now I've got something on my screen here. Let's I have to move. Keep it interactive and respond to everything. So what do I mean by interactive? Interactive means respond to everything, and it keeps the post that will keep getting put to the top of the page and more people will see it. But respond to everything. Respond to every like. If you posted an income check, or I don't suppose you know anybody that wants to make money for Facebook or looking for part-time income, and somebody likes that, you're going to respond to it. Hi Mary, thanks very much for the like. If you'd like any more information, please personal message me and I'll send you the information. I've just said in that one, comment below, but I've actually changed it now and I'm asking them to message me. If it's a question, I will say the reason I'm asking them to message me, by the way, is because sometimes we miss the comments. So, should have updated this training, by the way. What we find as we grow in the business, we learn as we go along, and I personally think it's better to ask them to personal messaging. If it's a question, that's a great question, Joe Blogs. I'll message you with the answer and some information. And you want to get them on to personal message straight away and add them into your online group. So I'll add you as a friend, I'll personal message you and get them into your online group. That's how we're selling the products. The fortune is in the follow-up. People don't always come back to you when they're interested. I've been doing the business 24 years and people generally wait till you contact them. Don't ask me the psychology behind that, but that's the way it is. But for the follow-up, that is in section 4 of sponsor, and that can be found at www.makemoneyfromfb.com in the members area. So I'm quickly going to go in now to the cold market, and it's almost identical, and there will be a little bit of repetition here because it's just an extension of your warm market. You just take everything that you've been doing, the posts and the status updates, and you start to add them to your external groups. Now, by now you have an ever-growing Facebook group for selling your products, but everybody, as I've said before in the warm market training, is a potential prospect for your business. So you must make sure that you speak to them first. The two main ways we build a selling group are friends, family, people we know, people who buy from us or like the products, our customers, and people who join when we promote our group on the buying and selling. So this is called an organic selling group, and we gradually build it up, as I say, from friends and family, people who buy from us, people who like us, and you can find that all in the How to Sell on Facebook video number 3, external groups. But we also can, if you choose to, and it's a personal choice, you can start to increase your group by popping up the odd little competition. Now, I prefer free competitions. I like to put cutest pet, you know, and they need to add their friends in order to get their friends to vote for them. You can do people who add the most friends, give away a wee tiny free gift, but it's another way. And there is a training on the System for Success training manual. So, how to generate leads from your group? And as I say, it's just an extension, exactly the same as what I was saying to you in the warm market. How to generate leads from other groups. This is the most important part. Now, I know you will hopefully by now have built up a good 100 or 200 buying and selling groups that you can post your products on. And if you're saying 100 or 200, what are you talking about, Lynn? I know we recommend to post 60 products twice a day, but you're going to need more than 60 groups for that. And the more groups you can get, the better. And I will say that a lot of the buying and selling groups do allow you to post adverts for the business, but please read the rules. You don't want to be blocked, and you don't want to be posting for the business on a group that doesn't want you to do that. So what I would recommend is you start to add business groups, work from home groups, selling groups that allow business adverts. And again, you want a minimum of 60, but that's the minimum. You want to add them, space them out so you can avoid bans. But once you've got to 50, 60, keep going, don't stop. Add a few every single day. Variety, it gives you more places to promote the business. Just exactly the same as what you do when you're building your selling groups and selling on the buying and selling external groups. So how to find them? It's pretty easy. You just go to the Facebook search bar, exactly the same as what you did when you were looking for your buying and selling groups. And just type in an area, for example, or business, or work from home, part-time income. Just type them in.
Oh.
So now that you've added lots of business groups, what are you going to say? The same as you do in your own group. Dead easy. Facts tell, stories sell. I'm just curious if you know anybody who'd be interested in making money from Facebook part-time. And check. Replying to the comments and the messages to your group advert. Again, that's the most important part, because every time you reply, it lets the person who's commented see that you're replying to them for a start, and letting them know you're going to add them as a friend and message them. And it also takes your advert back up to the top of that group, so keeping it interactive, respond to the likes and messages to your group. Start again. If they comment on your post, it's just like a sale, as I say. Thanks for your comment. I'll message you. I'll send you a friend request and message you. Now, what I do is I do ask for a telephone number, but I know some people are not doing that. I like to ask for a telephone number. It shows a commitment and the level of interest. If they don't want to give me a telephone number, it doesn't mean to say they're not interested, but to me, it shows more interest if they're committing to giving you that number. So thanks for your message. If you can give me your telephone number and email, I'll forward the information on to you. So they come back. And I actually do forward the information to the Facebook. I'm only asking for their email and phone number for commitment. Now, I do know that if you're following some systems, they'll say if you don't get a number and an email, don't send them info. I send it anyway. I have nothing to lose. They could watch these videos and get started, so I still send it. But I don't get my knickers in a twist about the people who don't come back to me. It's all about numbers, safety in numbers, and the law of averages. This is why we're recommending 60 groups with the sponsoring. So what if they want info without the details? As I say, that's a personal choice. I still send it, but this is what we were teaching only a few months before. Ask for the email number and then and only then send it. I send it anyway. They could watch it. I won't amend that. But if you've got the number and the email, try and get a wee bit of commitment. Here's the information. How soon can you watch it, Mary? And I'll get back to you and answer any questions that you will have. And I've already explained. It's www.makemoneyfromfbinfo.com. But keep your eyes open. I do this a lot. If someone says they can't afford the product, I hope you don't mind me asking, but do you know anybody who'd be interested in making money for Facebook? Or if they say, I'd love to afford that one, I've not got the money just now. Well, would you be interested in actually getting started and selling the products? You would also achieve a discount on your own personal sales as well as making money. And as I say, I do that a lot. If someone likes the products, you seem to love the products, Mary, would you be interested in having a wee look at how to get started selling them? Make yourself a little bit of part-time extra cash online. There you go. I'm always ahead of you. Someone is selling a lot in second-hand groups. You could start to build up a rapport. We're also recommending that you like other people's stuff. You recommend that you comment on other people's stuff. So you're going to build up rapport with other sellers. In particular, I do look for other part-time businesses, not deliberately, but if I'm speaking to a handyman, I'm going to speak to him about the business. If I'm speaking to somebody, actually seen a product I wanted to buy, they'll find it cheaper elsewhere, and I'm going to pitch this lady about the business. She's selling other products online. But I hope you don't mind me asking. It's my favourite words. It's what's called the third-party approach. So, other ways to grow your group, and believe it or not, it's not always going to be using online. You can put them on the catalogue slips. You can make sure that all your callback slips, flyers, thank you slips, business cards, everything has your Facebook shop in it. Your emails have your Facebook shop in it. Invite your online customers to invite their friends. This is proven to be really successful. Start to collect email addresses for catalogue customers and ask them if they can add them to your online shop. Use a highlighter pen on your order form. Highlight the email and highlight the telephone number. Send a text or an email to all your customers who you have details for. I've got a customer base that I used to work with, Lee and my brother, years ago, and I still have all the phone numbers, and I just realised that. So if Lee almost don't send them a text, I'm going to send them the details of my online shop. There's opportunities everywhere. Send it on your prospecting emails. You want your prospects in your online group because it's keeping them warm. They're going to see you active. And the infamous story is Leanne Gilroy. Laura Harrison watched her Facebook group for a whole year before she approached her about the business. So have that everywhere. Anyone who says no to the business is also a potential customer for your online shop. So always add prospects, because if they don't join, it keeps them in the loop. Put card in with the products when you're delivering them. I don't suppose you've noticed my online group on Facebook. And this is where you can find everything that you need. It's www.makemoneyfromfb.com. Into the members area, the user password is rhinos in capitals. It's big rhinos, big charge. And that's the training finished. Thank you very much for your time. Great to see so many people online. Thanks for sharing your testimonials.